Chapter 15, Queen Bitch, page 47. Kimora Simmons and I went out to have drinks. She was looking at me seductively, and I was turned on. We were going to go back to my place afterwards, but suddenly, after a sip of my drink, I felt like I had to vomit. I excused myself and barely made it to the ladies' room. When I came back, Kimora asked, "You feeling okay?" "I'm fine. I have been under the weather the last couple of days. I think I'll head home." She said, "Your breasts are looking kind of plump there, girl." Embarrassed, I whispered, "Not in public." She replied simply, "Are you pregnant?" I was taken completely aback. "Why the hell would you say that?" She let it sit there for a minute. I bet in her head she was like, wait for it. Then it hit me. Shit. She gave me a minute before continuing. "So what you gonna do?" I didn't understand. Gonna do? If it's not Sean's, fuck. If it is. With the shock wearing off, the scope of the situation began to take hold. I responded, "I better get a test." She looked at me with pity. "Damn, girl, good luck. After what he did to Chris, I wouldn't want to be in your shoes." The desire that was in her eyes before I got sick was all but gone. As I began to stand, I realized what she said to me, and I paused. She looked at me flatly and said, "Ain't nobody stupid, girl." I didn't know what to say. The question still lingered in my head despite everything I knew. Did Puffy intentionally kill Chris? She brought me back to the moment by saying, "Go." Not knowing what else to say, but knowing I had to deal with my situation right now, I replied, "I'll hit you up." She sighed and simply repeated, "Good luck." Chapter 16, Christian. Pause. I was thinking they was gonna mean Queen Bitch as in Little Kim. That was a whole twist. That chapter was specifically about Kimora Lee Simmons. She's a bitch, huh? I get what you're saying. Chapter 16, Christian, page 49. The next day, I was sitting on my couch, deep in thought, when my doorbell rang. I went to let Sean in. This was going to be scary. We made our way back to the living room and we sat down. Quincy was asleep. Sean seemed legitimately concerned. "What's so urgent?" I didn't know what else to do. I just blurted it out. "I'm pregnant." The air in the room was thick as J-Lo. Wait, J-Lo wasn't thick? Am I missing something? Because I don't think J-Lo was ever thick. Not even in A Living Color. She was... Or am I missing something? J-Lo's not thick. I don't know. Whatever. That's not even the point, right? So rewind that back. I didn't know what else to do. I just blurted it out. "I'm pregnant." The air in the room was as thick as J-Lo. He was quiet. What is he thinking? He asked the obvious question. "Are you sure?" I spoke rapidly. "I was on the pill. I'll get rid of it. I'm sorry. I just wanted you to know." "That's wonderful. This is great." I was so confused. Huh? You're not mad? He laughed. "Mad? No. Why would I be mad at this wonderful news? I'm going to be a dad. And with the woman I love bear my child, what could possibly be better?" He jumped right on the phone and called one of his besties. I could hear Whip Smil congratulating him. Sean said, "Yeah, definitely. Hold on. Kim, baby." I was still in awe of the fact that he didn't get angry. And yes, I will admit, I was sure he was going to hit me. So it was the relief when I replied, "Yes." He told me excitedly, "We gotta have a party." His excitement was contagious. I was getting really excited too. Yes, a gender reveal, and he cut me off. Yes, of course, we're doing all of that, but everyone is going to want to sleep with you right before you give birth. I wasn't expecting that, so I'll read that bitch one more time. I was still in awe of the fact that he didn't... Wait. Yeah, that line fucked me up. I was still in awe of the fact that he didn't get angry. And yes, I will admit, I was sure he was going to hit me. I was still in awe of the fact that he didn't get angry. And yes, I will admit, I was sure he was going to hit me. So it was with relief when I replied, yes. He told me excitedly, we gotta have a party. His excitement was contagious. I was getting really excited too. Yes, a gender reveal, and he cut me off. Yes, of course, we're doing all of that, but everyone is going to want to sleep with you right before you give birth. My heart sank in my chest. Everybody is going to what? Sean went on with the same excitement. Well, not everybody, you know. Will, Jada, XXX. Sean, I'm having your baby. He verbally waved me off. It'll be fine. I couldn't help myself. I just started crying. Sean grew quiet on the phone, then spoke low. I'll call you back. He hung up and took me by the hand. Baby, I never asked anything from you. I tried to see him through the tears streaming down my face. I couldn't believe the words coming out of his mouth. I tried to speak. Sean. He cut me off. I provide everything anyone could ever want. Do you want for anything? Sobbing, I replied. No, but, he continued, this is the kind of thing I have to do in order to continue giving you this comfortable lifestyle, where you live in the lap of luxury and get to be on TV shows and in movies. I know you didn't want this, but do you want all this to go away? A whimper is all I could manage. No, he continued softly. Then we gotta do this, I said. But Sean, I don't believe in all this spiritual crazy shit. We got here because you're brilliant, not because of the sex parties, he replied. Do you trust me? I did. My soul was so broken. I did, I responded. Yes, he sighed as he said, then let's do what we need to do to keep what we have. As I nodded yes, he pulled me in to hug me. Thank you, baby. We are going to have a beautiful baby. He ordered me some soul food, and that night I cried myself to sleep. I was going to be gangbanged at 9 months pregnant. I want my children out of this life. My child's going to have a good biblical name, a heavy Christian name. They are not going to take his soul. Chapter 17, Broken Promises, page 51. I don't know how this managed to stay out of the media for so long, but Sean got to the point where he was incredibly abusive, and only in his inner circle knew about it. The artists were all too afraid of him to say anything. He had gained so much power, no one would say anything. Puff Daddy was a kingpin. This Monday afternoon, Quincy was in school and our son Christian was with the nanny, and I still had to make a living. I still loved the camera and had just been cast for a new movie. Sean was coming over to celebrate with me, just the two of us. I was in the bathroom when he came in. We are supposed to go out for dinner, but he was in a foul mood. Sean yelled, "What the fuck?" I would have to walk on eggshells as I come out the bathroom, but I found him holding flowers. Pause, I think I didn't say that right, so let's do that again. Sean was coming over to celebrate with me, just the two of us. I was in the bathroom when he came in. We were supposed to go out for dinner, but he was in a foul mood. Sean yelled, "What the fuck?" I would have to walk on eggshells as I came out the bathroom, but I found him holding flowers, so I smiled. "You brought me flowers?" Sean yelled. "No? So who the fuck are they from?" Hold on. "You brought me flowers?" Sean yelled. "No? So who the fuck are they from?" I was bewildered and told him honestly, "I don't know. Probably just a fan." He threw the attached card at me. I picked it up to read it. "Sean, He slapped me so hard I hit the ground. Sean yelled, "Who the fuck were you with the other night?" I looked down at the card that was lying on the ground next to me and it read, "The other night was amazing. We must do it again." "Shit," I tried to explain. "Sean," he threw the flowers at me. "That's not how this works. You have my child. You don't touch anyone unless I allow it." I yelled back, "It was just coffee with the producer. It was nothing." He glared at me and asked, "Who the fuck is this producer?" I was trying desperately to calm him down as I responded, "From the movie, babe, calm down." He picked up my coffee mug and slammed it against the wall. Coffee flew everywhere as he yelled, "Who the fuck this nigga think he is?" "Sean, he's just some producer. We talked about the role and me maybe starring in another movie that he wants me to produce." "I swear, that's it, Sean." Sean exploded even more. "He wants to put the move on my fucking family?" At the top of his lungs, "My fucking family?" He flipped the table over, breaking it. It was a heavy table, but Sean is stronger than he looks. I pleaded with him, "Sean, please." He yelled at me, "What?" I tried my best to calm him down. He probably didn't know. He didn't come up. "You are publicly dating someone else." So he screamed at me and somehow seemed even more intense. "So you didn't tell him back off?" "Sean, I didn't." And then out of nowhere, he hit me with a chair. I don't remember anything after that until I woke up in a hospital room. My arm was in a cast, hanging from a sling. My face hurt. My eyebrow was in immense pain, as was my lip. As I come to, the first face I saw was of the man that put me here. Sean asked with concern in his voice, "How are you feeling?" I responded, "Stay away from me." "I'm sorry. I don't know what came over me. I save it for the lawyers. Stay away from me." We were in a private hospital room and no one would hear me. I could scream like my life depended on it, but it wouldn't matter. If I did ring for assistance, I wouldn't get any. He kept going. "I was just so jealous. You know how I am. He took hold of my left arm, the one that was not slung up in a cast. "You have our beautiful son, our family. It's just..." At that point, I had enough. "The one you slutted out right before giving birth? Are you fucking shitting me? Stay away from me. Don't come near me or my kids." He continued to plead. "I'm sorry, baby, I promise. I'll never put my hands on you again, I swear." I've heard this song so many times. I spoke through gritted teeth. "If you come near me or my kids again, I'm calling the cops." A flash of anger returned. "You would use my kid to threaten me?" But then he caught himself. I understand you're angry." I glared at him as I cut him off. "I'm serious, Sean." He spoke blandly with no energy. "And tell them what? That you had a car accident? They'll pity you. That you hit your head." He was going to make me look crazy, and they were going to believe him. He was a kingpin. You're a fucking bastard. Sean spent the next 6 months helping me heal and working his way back into my life and into my bed. I was so damn stupid, and of course I wasn't cast for either movie. From what I understand, the producer died of pneumonia. I hope y'all caught that. Chapter 18, Sweet Goodbyes, page 54. Sean kept his word for the most part, until he didn't. I ended up pregnant again. He wanted energy from that too. That would be my last sex party. My body will... Hold on. I just brushed through that. Here we go. Hold on. He wanted energy from that too. Sean kept his word for the most part until he didn't. I ended up pregnant again. He wanted energy from that too. That would be my last sex party. My body will never be ravaged by so many people again, especially while I'm pregnant. What if something had happened to the twins? Them twin girls. After that, I wanted out. But when I tried dating someone else, they would end up dead from pneumonia. I knew Sean was behind it. That was not a coincidence. He gets jealous of a guy and they die of pneumonia. I could be next. If I'm going to get out of this alive, I'm going to have to do something to make him stay away from me. I had a plan, but it's dangerous. Sean has a vault where he keeps videotapes of all his conquests. I started sleeping with him again. After he falls asleep, I was starting to drink heavily. I would get into the vault and get a couple of the tapes. After he falls asleep, he was starting to drink heavily. I would get into the vault and get a couple of the tapes, take them home, make copies, and swap them for the next set of tapes a few days later. It took weeks to get them all copied, and he never knew that I had them. This was my way out. Some of the tapes had things I would have never expected. The gay parties are one thing. Some of the tapes had things I would never have expected. The gay parties are one thing, but the young boys, ooh. I guess you already knew this, but I didn't know. Okay. Some of the tapes had things I would never have expected. The gay parties are one thing, but the young boys like Usher, Little Bow Wow, and Justin Bieber. I would have never known. My God, is he grooming Quincy? This has to end. I invited him over one day to confront him and put an end to our on-again, off-again relationship. He had entered my home unannounced for the last time. He would no longer have the key after today. I was in the kitchen. Kimora and I were sharing drinks. I was scared to face him alone. Sean entered smiling. What's up, Kimmy? Hey, Mora. I told Sean, sit down. Because of my tone, he looked at me stunned and asked, what's going on? What is this? I responded with delight. Me taking back my life. We're done. He answered, hold on, wait a minute. I was so excited that I wasn't hearing any of it. I shouted at him, no more. This is fucking over. He looked confused as he asked, where is all of this coming from? With disgust, I said, I got the footage, Sean. He looked even more confused as he inquired, what are you talking about? Kimora said with revulsion, Usher too? Sean said, wait, what the fuck is going on? Sean stood aggressively and Kimora responded, don't make me call the cops. Sean's anger was creeping in as he replied, this is how it is? I simply nodded. If anything happens to either one of us, it gets released. He seethed as he queried, after all I've done for you? I don't think I was ever so happy as when I said those words to him. Get out. Pissed as he started to leave, looking back with pure hatred. As he walked down the stairs, he turned around in a fury and lunged at me. He knocked me down near the top of the stairs. I was hurt. Kimora screamed, stop. As he began to crouch over me, I kicked at him, hitting him in the kneecap, then his face. He went tumbling down the stairs. He was too hurt to get up. I called the cops. Kimura left before they arrived. When he left, it was in an ambulance. I felt empowered. I felt safe. The Sean Combs days have finally come to an end. Wait, did we skip a page because they just went from all the way fighting? The Sean Combs days have finally come to an end. Chapter 19, Finale, page 57. Things were okay for a while. I started dating again. It was almost normal until I got serious with someone. Then my boyfriend died of pneumonia. I knew it was Sean again. That's when I decided to write this book. A few days ago, my home was burglarized. Only laptops were stolen. I know it was that bastard, or his goons, of course. I had a copy in the cloud that I was able to easily download here to the new computer. As I continue to write now, I'll send this into the cloud as well. I will send out copies via email, and my Google Drive password will be attached so the missing chapters can be accessed. This book must get out. There are so many more chapters to add. This outline is a great start. I have to organize the rest of the chapters and add them in, little by little. I planned on spending today working on exactly that, but I'm not feeling very well. Thank God the kids aren't here this weekend, so I can rest. I called Kimura to cancel our tentative plans for a meetup. When I spoke to her, she said, "Girl, that doesn't sound like the flu. You want to go to the hospital?" That didn't immediately alarm me. I just need some rest. I told her, and quickly got off the phone. But why can't I get my doctor? Why won't he pick up the phone? Oh no. I called Sean from my bedroom, where I'm lying in my bed. All I could think about was the kids. My babies who are with this monster, the man that I now suspect of having done this to me. Sean picked up with an air of superiority in his tone that let me know it was too late for me. He spoke confidently into the phone. "Hello?" I screamed at him, "You bastard! I have your fucking children." "What are you talking about? The kids are with me." He replied with a mocking innocence. "There's literally nothing I can do. I can only ask, did you ever love me?" Instead of answering the question, he responded, "The most important thing to me in this world is loyalty." I couldn't believe it. I had to ask, even though I understood. What the fuck does that mean? With the same feigned innocence, he mocked, "Kim, is something wrong?" He's going to continue this game to the bitter end. I asked one last time, "How could you?" Again, with the narcissism I had now come to despise, he responded, "How could I? Do what? I gave you everything. You went to someone else. You left me just like everyone else did." You ask, "How could I?" How could I what? I yelled, "Look what you did to everyone around you." There was only anger in his response. "So you're saying everyone leaves because of how I am and how we're going to expose me?" He had me burglarized. I knew it. I shouldn't have threatened him. I should have just published this book. I'm going to die like Heavy D, like Biggie, like Pac, like so many others. And it's because he is a monster. Plain and simple. Before hanging up, I simply say, "That's not the only copy, you fuck." Then I shoot out a group text. T. I let everyone know he got me. Then I dialed 911. As I sit here waiting for the ambulance, I am writing this chapter and praying that I make it to the hospital. I don't feel like writing anymore. I may not be around to see it print. It's okay. I'm sending it out. He won't get away with this. I will have my say, my final words. Sean Combs will get exposed, even if I lose my life doing it. My kids always have been my most cherished possessions. I want the world to know that. But more importantly, I want them to know. And that's it. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Kim Lost Words. A Journey for Justice from the Other Side by Jamal T. Millwood for Kimberly A. Porter.